The South Wayne Coach Conversation brought to you by Dave's Collision Shop and Becker Hardware. We're with South Wayne Coach Jason Ohrt. Last Friday night, they went down to Wapsie Valley. Wapsie Valley won the game 35-6. And looking at the stat sheet from that game, Coach, you were -4 in the give-take. When you have that type of a ratio, it's tough to win ball games, I'd imagine.
Yeah, it's very difficult, Darren, and you know we had a rough first half. We were down 14-0, but we felt pretty good about where we were. Just clean up a few things, and we came down. We scored to make it 14-6. Missed the PAT, but and then we just could not protect the football, and we had a couple costly fumbles and a couple interceptions also as well in the game. And just when you turn the ball over that much, it's difficult to win, especially when you're on the road, especially when you're playing a really good team.
And when you looked at those turnovers, when you factor in everything that was going on, how much were things that you guys can take a look at and improve on? How much were things that were just kind of circumstantial?
Well, I'll be honest with you, two of them, the interceptions, it was just Wapsie Valley making great plays, and we knew going in, we scouted them well, and that they had 10 interceptions on the season already. They were averaging 2 a game. We allowed them to keep that average. They got 2 against us, so that was something that we really didn't want to get into, was having to throw the ball or rely on it too much. And once it got to the late third and early fourth quarter, we had to throw a little bit more, and we thought we had some good patterns and open receivers, but they just made some really nice plays, especially their safeties on jumping the ball and making interceptions.
And it looked like Wapsie Valley, from an offensive standpoint, was able to move the football both offensively and defensively. I know you mentioned last week they were more of a traditional Wapsie team this year. Did they surprise you a little bit more about how much balance they brought to the table last Friday night?
Yeah, they were really efficient throwing the football, and they really kind of worked, the check downs and through the short outs and stuff, and so when we came up and tackled those well early on, and we missed some tackles later in the game, so they were able to continue drives that way. But yeah, they definitely had a nice balance. They set things up really well. They played a complete offensive performance, in my opinion.
And their defense as well held you to 3.6 yards a carry. With what you want to do, I'd imagine you'd like that total a little bit higher than that. What did they do defensively to make it a little bit more inconsistent in your running game?
Well, they gave us a few different looks from time to time, but for the most part, we just didn't execute as well as we could have in certain situations. I thought our reads were pretty good on the option, but there were some times where we missed some opportunities on some big plays, whether it was a give read, a pull read, or a pitch read.
And this week you got Bellevue coming into town, a 3-3 football team. What impresses you about them?
They are wide open on offense. We played them about 5 years ago in the postseason. That's that's really the only familiarity we have with them. They're still doing a lot of those same concepts out of the shotgun, and they're very wide open, and they've got a couple of really good athletes that they try to get the ball to in different ways. They've got a really good quarterback. Defensively, they've struggled a little bit this year, so we're hoping that we can get our running game going and use that to our advantage Friday night.
All right, Coach, hopefully you can get back on the winning track this week. Best of luck to you. Keep your kids healthy, and hopefully we can chat about a Warrior win next Wednesday morning. Best of luck to you. Thanks for the time, as always.
All right. Thank you, Darren. Appreciate it.
Jason Ohrt, head coach of the South Wayne Warriors.